game number 1 here. Interested to see what kind of stage you can pull up. I mean, it's game number 1, so I'm not expecting too much of a favorable stage from either position. Probably expecting Smashville, because I know Arjay is a huge fan of Smashville, but no, the stage today, right now, we're going to FD as we get started.
Now already you see Riddles just trying to get in close, but right now, it's a nice response. It's kind of like how he started this.
But this is what I was talking about. You see Riddles getting in against the Samus, and look, 69% off of, like, what, 2 combos, and now Arjay's put in a position where he has lost stage control completely, but good reversal right there. That F smash going to put Riddles against the ledge. Now he's trying to edge guard him as best he can, but no. He's going to reset the neutral, but the Burning Knuckle's going to come out, and that's going to be a KO.
Absolutely. Well, you see there what Riddles does is he just kind of slowly pushes Arjay into that corner. And just kind of scares him in that direction, and that's where he wants you. Like, in a corner in FD, you've got no platforms, you've got nowhere really to go. If you can't respond to what Terry's throwing out at you, you're just gonna get caught.
And as we mentioned in the pregame, this is the dangerous position that you got to watch out for. Especially you are down a stock, you have to be the one to approach now, and you don't want to approach a Riddles with a go meter, so you got to neutralize that as best you can. And Arjay showing off exactly that, neutralizing that go meter and starting on stock number 2.
Definitely keeping it close, kind of neutralizing the go meter. Riddles not even able to get his powered up moves out there, but Arjay off stage. Yeah, gotta watch out for that down air from Riddles. If you jump from ledge, you're probably gonna get hit by that. He always throws that out just to kind of give you a little check.
I'm loving these power waves that Riddles is showing off, and oh, the parry right into the power dunk, the strong power dunk as well. But Arjay, good DI right there, and he's gonna find himself with it. Oh, good use saving the jump right there. He was able to make it back to ledge with the charge rising tackle as well. And Riddles very fortunate to keep that stop, because that would have been a very, very bad position for him.
Honestly, I really like how World is doing. Like, yes, you know, he's giving him some trouble, and he's gonna get hit by that anti-air rising tackle there. But he has been doing a great job just kind of keeping things even, not letting Riddles get too far ahead and create too much of an advantage.
Alright, but now it's all about putting up the pressure, because, oh, unfortunately he fell out of that upbeat, but no air dodge from Riddles. Is a good chance for Arjay to put on some pressure right now, and you got to show exactly what you did, just like in that first stock, and neutralize that go meter. And I think that was maybe a misinput for Riddles, but very fortunate for Arjay. He's able to take that second stock without taking another go meter, evening things out 1 stock apiece.
Yeah, nice jump over into that back air there to take that stock. And right now, yeah, Arjay a little bit ahead here.
So far, this is a close game. I'm really liking how Arjay is playing this right now. He's not giving Riddles too much of an opportunity to make use of those go meters. He's trying to keep him away as best as possible. But I also love how Riddles is making use of those power waves throughout this set so far, because he's canceling out the non-fully charged charge shots from Samus with the power wave, so it gives him an opportunity to get in.
Kind of those projectile options. That's the power dunk's not gonna kill him. No, it's
not. No, good DI from Arjay right there. And Riddles going for a very dangerous up B right there. The bomb, fortunately saving him from the free fall, and Arjay maybe getting a little bit lucky right there, just barely avoiding that rising tackle.
Yeah, but that's gonna take it, that jab rising tackle. Once you're at 130, you cannot get jabbed by Terry, otherwise that's what happens.
You said it right there, DA, but a really good showing from Arjay right there. Close game overall, not exactly what I was expecting from Arjay. Maybe I was expecting a more one-sided fight, but Arjay definitely showing off exactly why he is considered Canada's best Samus players, going toe-to-toe with Riddles like that in game number 1. I feel like a few adjustments in game number 2 here, and you can absolutely see that Arjay takes game number 2, ties this back 1-1.
100%, and honestly, I would love to see him go to a stage with platforms here, because you see, you know, he does so well on FD there, but you know, that's not really giving him a whole lot of escape avenues, but he was doing really well to escape the pressure. But I would personally, yeah, go ahead.
I would personally like to see a stage, maybe something like Kalos or even Yoshi's Story, because because even though Terry can take a stock off super early with his kind of momentum, the funny thing about Battlefield is that top platform actually gives Riddles a safe way to use that rising tackle in the neutral, because he can just use a charge rising tackle, land on that top platform perfectly safely, actually. So something like Smashville, however, very detrimental. Riddles definitely, you see it in so many of his sets. Riddles definitely makes use of those platforms on stages such as Town and City, on stages like Smashville, even Pokemon Stadium 2. I feel like is a safe, nice choice. Doesn't benefit either player, but of course gives a nice, even playing ground. So it's gonna be interesting to see exactly what Arjay counterpicks do. And yep, exactly as I said, PS2, nice, fair, even square stage.
What adjustments Arjay can make here? You know, he kept things really close in that game number 1, where maybe you wouldn't have expected him to. So, you know, a few more adjustments. You know, he might actually be able to take this game number 2 here.
Well, he's definitely making use of the slightly bigger stage that is Pokemon Stadium too, but of course, as you gotta watch out, Riddles does have that goal meter, and he's trying to make use of it. RJ trying to close up the stock immediately. Good up B right there just to avoid that F tilt. And the back here gonna neutralize another goal meter, and RJ taking a commanding lead right here.
Yeah, and that's really kind of been the key to the set so far, and what's keeping RJ so close here is really neutralizing the threat of that goal meter and not giving Riddles a chance to do anything. Oh, but there's that down arrow I was talking about last game.
It's such a classic Riddles move. You see him so much pressuring at the ledge right there and then calling people out with that down air from their jump from ledge, and it's no different against someone like RJ. Even at the top level of play, Riddles is going to catch you jumping off of the ledge, so you got to really watch out for that down air.
Absolutely, really, it just catches people so off guard. They're like, there's no way you're going to do anything like that off of my jump. I'm safe here, but no, it's up that down air and away you go.
Good use of those uppies out of shield, pairing it perfectly, but burning. Oh, I was going to say burning that air dodge really quickly. That was a perfect opportunity for Riddles maybe being able to get a stop, but no. But the go meter once again online. RJ has not yet been hit by a go meter move, and he's going to have to try to keep it like that if he wants to take a lead here.
I'm really loving how Riddles is using that charged up B. Oh, but that back air is going to take that stock, but you see a lot of that charged up B from Riddles, just kind of using it as an anti-air instead of really comboing into it. Just saying, if you jump up here, I'm gonna throw that out. So RJ's gonna have to look out.
I think it's just a move that, yeah, he's gonna force RJ to respect that move because he knows that RJ does like to use his air mobility a little bit as Samus try to avoid the ground as much as possible, just so you can not have to box with Terry necessarily. But if you're at that kill percent, you can definitely bet that Riddles is not gonna be afraid to throw out that rising tackle, try to close out a stock.
Last stocks here for both of them. 56% on RJ. That's not so bad. Really just needs to keep playing tight. He may be able to take this game from Riddles here.
Blowing down the neutral a bit right now. Riddles just trying to find a way to get in. Ooh, the Nair into Dare. True combo. He unfortunately did not get the spike hitbox, but that's still percent nonetheless. 88%. And I think, despite Samus being such a heavy character, I think Riddles is going to already start fishing for a stock right here. I mean, 94%. Terry just hit so hard, but oh my goodness.
He just calls him out and says, you know what, you've been going low this entire time, but I'm just going to run off the stage and throw out this down air, and if you jump into it like you've been jumping it off stage, you're going to go right into this, and that's exactly what happened.
I think it is exactly call-outs like that that you need to make to be able to take games against players such as Riddles, because as you mentioned, you saw Riddles was recovering low a lot of the time, and despite what you might think about his rising tackle, it has the invulnerability for those few frames, but outside of that, he is extremely vulnerable, doesn't even snap the ledge. So good stuff from RJ, recognizing the position that he was in and closing out game number 2, tying things back up 1-1 with that dare.
So, I mean, if you're Riddles here, you can't go back to FD, I imagine. So, where do you go here?
I honestly wouldn't be surprised if they run it back to PS2 right now, because RJ, although a fan of stages like Smashville, Town and City, likely doesn't want to take Riddles there, and exactly that, we run things back to PS2 as predicted here. So we're going to see if we get a repeat of game number 2 with RJ, or if Riddles finds some kind of adaptation right here.
Already, RJ off to a hot start. We've seen this kind of a couple times so far, just RJ off to the hot start, and then Riddles kind of bringing it back immediately. But let's see if RJ keeps the momentum going.
As you mentioned, Riddles does not get put down by the amount of percent you put on, because you're Terry. You know you can put 50, 60, 70% in a hurry, especially now that the go meter, once again online, Riddles has yet to be able to hit a go move on RJ, and RJ, you really got to avoid that if you want to keep this lead right now.
Yeah, absolutely. That's really making all the difference, kind of like we were mentioning before, not really allowing Riddles to use that tool in the go meter is letting RJ keep things a lot more close.
Oh, but the parry right there, I don't know what happened right there. It looks like the hit stun from the parry, unfortunately for Riddles, let RJ actually connect that F smash right there. Another example of why parrying projectiles is just such an unfortunate thing in Smash Bros. But you know what, if you're RJ, you're going to make that work. And now you're going to continue working on stock number 2. Good up air strings right there, putting in that percent.
Yeah, Riddles kind of on the back foot right now. He's looking like he's in a lot of trouble. RJ still, never mind.
Riddles literally just said, I'm not done yet. He's throwing out that burning knuckle right there, and RJ, I don't think was expecting it. Maybe a little bit of an unfortunate DI right there to the right, and now Riddles suddenly looking a lot better here, taking stock lead back and the percent lead back as well.
Absolutely. I feel like Riddles heard me start that sentence. It's like, no, you're not going to say that. I'm just going to throw out this burnt knuckle, and you're going to see how even it is.
But the name of the game so far has been relatively even. Arjay more or less has taken the first stock right here in most of the games so far. So it's going to be interesting to see if Riddles can find a lead for himself, because I feel like Arjay has been in control of this entire set so far, despite what the score may say.
Yeah, I do agree with you there. Oh my god. Yeah, just calls that out with the power geyser.
That's what we're talking about right there. Now that Arjay is down, Riddles still has his gold meter active, and I think this is where Riddles is most dangerous. Arjay forced to put in that pressure right now. He's forced to approach Riddles, and that's exactly going to work into his game plan. So I want to see Riddles make use of that gold meter. But again, Arjay, good stuff utilizing those bombs, two-framing Riddles right there on that unfortunate recovery, and now it's tied things back up, last stock situation.
Absolutely, yeah. I really like that conversion that Arjay has been doing. This is the second time we've seen that in that set. Just using the bomb to set up the down smash there. That's dog.
Arjay absolutely playing his mind off right now. He has not let Riddles hit anything but one power geyser on him. That's what, almost 9 stocks worth lost, and none of them except one lost to a gold meter move.
Yeah, if you're Arjay, no matter what happens, you're really happy with that. Just playing the matchup very well here.
Well, as things wind down right now, Arjay slowly approaching that threshold where Riddles can start fishing for a kill, and there we go. Oh, he barely missed the nair into the burning knuckle right there, just a little bit too low. Unfortunate for Riddles, that could have been a stock right there, especially at the ledge. Arjay has to find a way to fight back now.
Arjay kind of in a precarious position here, just sort of trying to avoid Riddles trying to take his final stock, but oh, and there it is. Yeah, Riddle's gonna take that last stock and
the burning knuckle catching him out in the air once again, and Arjay unfortunate DI from there. Looked like that maybe he could have lived it right there, but Riddles good call out again. We saw so many call outs from Riddles from Arjay just jumping, whether it was the burning knuckle or the rising tackle throughout the set, and I think right there was a good example of Riddles showing the consistency of being able to read your opponent.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's like you mentioned, just being consistent with those anti-airs. You know, if Arjay doesn't give you very many opportunities to punish him there, but if you take advantage of the ones that he gives you, you're gonna find stocks just like that one and the set.
I mean, we're going to see. I mean, I think that was an incredible set. An incredible example of 2 different characters, 2 different fundamental characters, and 2 different playstyles clashing with one another. You saw exactly they were playing to their characters perfectly. I think Arjay played that wonderfully. He did not let Riddles get in whenever possible. He made perfect use of those bombs, those charge shots. But of course, Riddles at the same time utilizing his own moves, those power waves, as I mentioned in that first game. He was utilizing those power waves perfectly to just neutralize non-fully charged charge shots, those bombs, try to get in whatever way he could and box out Arjay, and that's exactly what led him to a victory right there.
With a character like Samus, you know, they're trying to keep you away, but if you use that to your advantage and go to the corner, that's exactly what's gonna happen. Oh, right, we're in top 16.
We're best of 5. We're best of 5 territory. We're not done yet, and
not even think about that.
No, we're in best of 5 territory, and now switching to the Joker. I feel like now that Riddles lost the game to a Samus, he's like, all right, you got the download on my Samus, but now you're gonna have to deal with my Joker, a matchup that is definitely much more favorable for me, especially once that Arsene gets going. It seems like Riddles just loves making use of all these additional utility that these characters get.
And honestly, I feel like a lot of it might have to do with the stage pick here of Kalos. You know, Terry has a pretty hard time on this stage, especially with how big it is, but you know, Joker gonna have a lot easier time dealing with the Samus on the stage.
I mean, with Arsene out here, Joker is definitely able to edgeguard someone like Samus. A little bit floaty, especially with those bombs, but you don't have to be afraid to go deep if you're Joker right now, and that's exactly what Riddles has to show off right now. Good F tilt right there, catching the attempt to land on the platform from Arjay, and again, Arjay gonna lose that first stock, and Arsene is still on deck right now.
Oh man, yeah, Arsene really putting in his work and then some on this stock. Yeah, gonna make that recovery. But 110 on the Joker here. We definitely need Arjay to take this stock pretty quickly, or he's going to be in trouble.
I mean, as Joker, it's oh, there we go. Good Rebels guard right there. I was going to say, as Joker, it's important to try to make use of as many Arsene, every precious second of Arsene you have. You got to make use of it. You got to be able to put on the damage. Try to get a lead, because I feel like Joker is very similar to Terry in that sense. If you can get a lead with Joker, force the opponent to play your game and not theirs, you're in a very good position right now.
Absolutely, especially if, like on this stock, you're getting multiple Arsens per stock. The other person, you can basically count them on the back foot the entire time. That's what we've seen here from Arjay. He's having a really hard time closing out this first stock.
Oh, I was gonna say that. I was gonna say that could have been such a dangerous position right there. Riddles calling things out with the Rebels guard, just releasing it a little bit early, and RJ managing to get that F smash on, and that could have been bad because the second Arsene would have been on deck for that first stock. Of course, Arsene coming back in a hurry right here. Almost like 75% of that meter up, and RJ's almost at kill percent.
Yeah, this is really gonna be a dangerous situation for RJ. One more big hit from him. Okay, maybe two more. He'll get another Arsene, and RJ already at 120%, so that's just one Arsene back air away from taking the stock.
All right, but you got Riddles on the edge of the stage right now. You got to try to keep him there. That forward air is going to give him back some stage position. 157. Oh, I thought that back air was going to come out, but RJ being very patient right there. And Riddles not pulling the trigger, but getting him up on the ledge. Get up right there. Riddles taking that second stock. Arsene still online, man.
Absolutely. And with the with Joker being so high up in the air, that multiple back air you see coming out there, first one misses, throw it out again, and that's going to catch him. He's not expecting the second one.
It's just such a safe move to be with the amount of kill power, especially with Arsene. It's such a safe move. It's such a big hitbox. I think it's a move that honestly just does everything. D.
It really does. Pays your taxes, feeds your dog, takes stock. Does everything.
Oh, baiting things out with the Rebels guard right there. RJ not quick on the trigger with that punish right there. And again, Arsene super close to coming back on a second stock. The more Arsenes you have to deal with, the more you have to worry about it. Especially, once again, you are still down a stock right now.
Yeah, RJ really needs to take the stock with his next hit, so make sure that Riddles does not get another Arsene. But he's having some trouble doing it. Yep, Arsene's going to show up here.
But you saw Riddles was playing so patiently right there. He was actually playing a little bit keep away from RJ. He was just biding his time. He realized that his Arsene meter was almost there, and he could just bite a few more seconds, try to get another mileage out of Arsene in a second stock already, and he still has one stock to go, so he guarantees one more Arsene. Unfortunately, not the spike hit on the down air, but RJ's put in a very bad position right now.
Off stage here, looking out for that back air and even a forward air at this point.
Trying to read the roll from ledge with that S smash, and Arsene is gone, but he's done his job right here, 110%, and even without Arsene, I feel like Joker should be able to take a stock from Samus with a clean back air, maybe a fair one into an up smash.
Oh, but yeah, he's gonna roll right into that fully charged charge shot. Gonna have another stock here, but already Arsene almost here.
Yeah, we were talking about it throughout this whole set. It doesn't matter what kind of game you're playing. You're guaranteed to have to face down 3 Arsenes if you're against a Joker player. Even more if you lose a lead to them. But as I said, nope. Kalos too big of a stage to lose your stock that early to back air from a non-Arsene Joker. So good DI from RJ. Still hanging on right now, but Arsene is about to come online in just a few seconds here.
No way you're going to take the stock at this percent without the Arsene coming. Really dangerous spot for RJ here. One mistake and he is gone.
Oh, that might be the mistake right there. And yup, that was the mistake right there. Riddles catching him on the upbeat in that free fall position, knew that down smash would cover every option where he wanted to land. So good stuff from Riddles. Taking things 3-1 over RJ.
Yeah, and honestly, RJ put in some amazing work against both characters, really, against the Terry and against the Joker, but just couldn't adjust enough to take another game off of Riddles here.
Like I said, I think that switch in that last game right there, game number 4, the Joker switch from the Terry. We saw from the first 2 games, the 2-3 games, that RJ was able to adapt to Riddles so well because of the Terry. Like right from the get-go, RJ was playing that matchup flawlessly. So I think Riddles in that scenario realized that, and he wanted to switch off to a character, definitely one with a more favorable matchup in the Joker, and it definitely worked out here, closing things out in game number 4, not even letting RJ take things to game number 5.
Yeah, and honestly, with a person as dangerous as RJ, you do not want to give him that game 5.
No, you do not. Of course, we're going to see all the action that we just missed in case you are coming onto the stream right now with the Red Bull replay. We got a lot to digest here because I think overall both players played incredibly well. I think this set could have gone either way if one thing went slightly different. So we're going to see those replays in just a second. Right here, I think, is the big... It was just a big moment right here. Riddles has to close out RJ right here. Arsene, I think in a position like this, RJ might want to play it a little bit more aggressively because the Arsene did get nerfed. He does lose a lot more meter with each hit that Joker takes now.
And I feel like that was the idea with the up B there, just to hit him with that multi-hit out of nowhere. But unfortunately, he's going to miss that. He's going to get hit by that down smash. That's going to take the stock.
Definitely a good catch from Riddles. Good situational awareness right there. And I still respect the attempt from RJ right there because, as you mentioned, the Arsene meter, you have to drain that. You have to drain that Arsene meter as much as possible because if you don't even attempt to hit Joker, that's like a good 20-30 seconds you're just running away because Arsene is there to stay unless you get hits on Joker.
And if you don't take that meter, That's what happens. You get hit by those down smash, you get hit by those back airs. That's going to take your stock a lot earlier than if you got rid of that Arsene.
It's what makes Joker such a pressuring character, because you're forced to engage him even when he has Arsene, and even then, if you put yourself in a disadvantaged position, Arsene is going to rip you to shreds.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. So once again, good job to Arjay, good job to Riddles. You know, Riddles going to take that. He's going to move on to the top 8. Arjay going to go down into the losers bracket. You know,